Are so dangerous they forced rule changes in motorsport. Winning is everything. Every team wants an advantage, every engineer wants more speed, and every driver wants a machine capable of doing what nobody else can. Most innovations improve performance by tiny margins. A little more grip, a little more power, a little more efficiency. But every once in a while, someone creates something completely different. A machine so advanced that it changes the balance of an entire racing series. A car so dominant that competitors stop asking how to beat it and start asking whether it should even be legal. These weren't just race cars, they were engineering revolutions, and in some cases, problems the rulebook had to eliminate. Chaparral 2J. The Chaparral 2J looked strange from the moment it appeared, but its true innovation was hidden at the rear. Two massive fans, not for cooling, but for suction. They removed air from underneath the car, creating a low-pressure zone that pulled the car directly onto the track. The result was extreme grip at almost any speed. Slow corners, fast corners, it didn't matter, the car stayed planted. Drivers quickly realized they weren't competing against normal aerodynamics anymore. They were competing against a vacuum. Rivals immediately complained. Officials cited safety concerns and debris issues. But the real fear was different. If this idea stayed legal, every team would be forced to copy it. Before that could happen, the Chaparral 2J was removed from competition. Brabham BT46B. The Brabham BT46B took the same concept and pushed it into Formula One. A giant fan sat at the rear of the car, officially for cooling, unofficially for something far more powerful. It extracted air from beneath the chassis, creating massive downforce. More grip, more speed, more control. The advantage was immediate. Then came its first race, the Swedish Grand Prix, and it won. Instantly. No development arc, no learning curve, just dominance. Rival teams protested immediately. Meetings were held. Pressure increased. Because everyone understood the same thing. If the Brabham BT46B stayed legal, Formula One would change forever. After just one race, it was gone. Williams FW14B. The Williams FW14B didn't rely on mechanical tricks. It relied on intelligence. Active suspension constantly adjusted ride height and balance in real time. Every corner, every bump, every braking zone, handled instantly by onboard systems. The car stayed perfectly stable while others fought the track. This gave it a massive advantage. Drivers could push harder than ever before, and the results were immediate. The Williams FW14B dominated Formula One. Championships followed. Then came the reaction. If computers controlled everything, driver skill would lose importance. So the regulations changed. Active suspension was banned. Audi Sport Quattro S1. The Audi Sport Quattro S1 defined chaos in rally racing. Extreme power, brutal acceleration, four-wheel drive grip. It attacked gravel stages like nothing else. But Group B quickly became too fast for safety. Speeds increased, and so did the danger. Fatal accidents forced a decision. Group B was completely shut down. The Audi Sport Quattro S1 became a symbol of an era motorsport could no longer control. Lancia Delta S4. The Lancia Delta S4 pushed performance even further. It combined a supercharger and turbocharger to eliminate lag completely. The result was instant power at any speed. But the engineering came with extreme risk. The car was incredibly difficult to control at the limit, and safety margins were razor thin. After tragedy struck Group B, the category was permanently banned. Mercedes-Benz CLR. The Mercedes-Benz CLR became infamous for one reason: it flew. During Le Mans testing, aerodynamic instability caused lift at high speed. The car lifted off the ground and flipped. It wasn't a one-time incident. It happened more than once. Mercedes immediately withdrew, and motorsport changed aerodynamics forever. Porsche 917/30. The Porsche 917/30 was pure power. Over 1,500 horsepower in qualifying trim, acceleration beyond anything its rivals could match. It dominated Can-Am racing completely. Too completely. Races became predictable, and competition disappeared. So, officials introduced restrictions targeting its engine performance, ending the era of unlimited power. Nissan GT-RR 32. The Nissan GT-RR 32 earned a name that said everything: Godzilla. It dominated touring car racing with advanced all-wheel drive and precision engineering. Victory after victory followed. Rivals had no answer. In some regions, rules were changed specifically to stop it. Entire categories were rebuilt around one car. The GT-RR 32 had become too strong for its own championship. Hendrick T-Rex. The Hendrick T-Rex was not just built to race, it was built to exploit every rule in NASCAR. Every detail was optimized, every loophole was used. The result was complete dominance. In its only appearance, it overwhelmed the field, so effectively that officials immediately acted. The rules were rewritten, and the car was never allowed to return. End. In motorsport history, one truth always repeats. The fastest car doesn't always win. Sometimes, the fastest car changes everything. And when that happens, the rulebook becomes the next target.